Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Big Points Theory. And hot off the heels of a Chelsea defense that has more holes than East London has potholes.
That was bad, eh? That was
Yeah,
bad.
really bad. But also exciting times in the FA Cup. We keep marching and they keep falling. Do you think Sarri Paul's going to get fired?
No, I think they'll give him a bit of a run till maybe near the end. But I
Yeah,
mean, if he doesn't win this cup, it's going to go fully towards getting him fired.
yeah, for sure. Because and good thing you bring up the cup because actually big news this week. Obviously, quite a few teams are not playing, so that cuts out quite a few fantasy assets. We've got City gone, Chelsea, Everton, Brighton. Uh, Everton side, I'm not so concerned about, but the City one, oh my word, did Sergio Aguero not just deep? He put that thing deep in there. Who could have
Yeah,
expected that they were gonna smash Chelsea so badly?
exactly.
Yeah, but you know what the funniest part of all is that you'll actually see I put him on my I didn't know if I was putting him on my nice list or my naughty list this week because more than 200,000 people brought him in this week knowing he will not play.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, people are like so they're so
Me
deep
too.
on it, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, it's not all good news for United. Obviously, we lost Martial and Lingard on a not particularly good Champions League game, but they'll be out for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that actually kind of solidifies who will score in the United team because I don't see Lukaku or Mata or Sanchez coming anywhere close to scoring.
Yeah.
Gomez was expected to play, but then they said now he's going to be held back, so he probably won't play the United game.
Good.
And then we've got Doherty, who I think he had a great game in the FA Cup. He had an assist for the winning goal for Wolves, and I thought like yo that made me like decide right I'm bringing him in. But then of course he has to go off 10 minutes before, so now there's like a doubt now. So I'm like ooh maybe I'm gonna hold up on him. And
Jeez,
then
if you don't have him by now, what have you been doing all the time?
well actually I've been on the cheap side, you know, sticking with Bennett.
He's this year's Alonso, man. How could he not be with him?
Yeah, I would have said Robertson is this year's Alonso to be honest. But he's priced like Alonso too, so I guess I see what your point
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously, more big news is Harry Kane back in training. Do you think he's gonna play?
A few minutes?
Yeah, in this weekend, yeah.
Yeah, I think
So,
so.
but you know what? Speaking of the players not being there, I would actually still recommend to people not to remove them. Maybe to just hold them over because they are in such huge form. They won last night. I think were they down to 10 men, and Sane scored like a nice free kick, and then they won it 3-2.
What a
So
game. Two VAR decisions for penalties, two yellow cards for Otamendi. Then came a free kick and Sane came on and put it away. And then Sterling, in the dying seconds of the game, seals it.
sure. So Sterling, I mean, he's back on my radar as well. So I mean, especially with actually, I just wanted to mention, yeah, we're gonna talk about obviously game week 27 and 28. So 27, uh, the from 27 onwards, if you look at teams like Leicester and West Ham, they have some great fixtures. And Leicester actually, until I think for like 9 game weeks, they don't face a top six side, right? But I will temper that with the fact that they haven't won in like five. But if you
Exactly.
look, but if you look at the five they played, United, Liverpool, Spurs, and Wolves, the only other team that's the best of the rest. So I mean, I don't
Okay.
really blame them.
So they're just targeting their points from these games.
Yeah, but I still think that they're like teams to look at. And West Ham obviously also have some really good fixtures. So the likes of Arnautovic and Chicharito actually should be back on your radar. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, just to go to the naughty and nice list. I've got mostly obvious names here, but there's a couple I wanted to mention, like Ashley Barnes. I mean, some of these guys they just go under the radar. I mean, he scored 3 in 3. He's got like 6 goals, I think, for the season. But I mean,
Yeah.
he plays for Burnley and he's actually a forward, a really cheap forward, like 5.4. So if you're really looking for some money to spare, especially if you want to drop your City guy to the bench, then actually Barnes might be the guy to bring in just to help you balance your budget.
Yeah,
And then
Burnley are on a bit of a up since the United game already. They've been playing well.
yes, he actually scored against United in that game, so that's why I was like, I was tracking him, but I kept faith in Rashford and people like Aubameyang, and then Aubameyang decides, nope, I'm not going to play in that game. He didn't play in that game against Huddersfield. You think that would be the game where he would explode, but nope, we
he's,
get Aguero instead, and then
he's
Rashford also didn't play. So I'm telling you, I was just like, I was like, yeah, yeah. But he should be back for this week, Aubameyang. He played, I think, he only played like 20 minutes of the game. They played in Europa, but they lost in Belarus, of all places. They lost to
a bunch of farmers.
Bate Borisov. I was watching the Arsenal fan TV channel, right? So you know
Yeah.
that guy DT. He says we lost to a team that's name whose name is a Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, I saw a couple of tweets and they were like, Arsenal can't even masturbate. Yeah, and it was Valentine's Day, if I wasn't mistaken. So Arsenal can't even masturbate on Valentine's Day.
Oh no! You see, so yeah. I mean, when we go through our captain options, I'm sure we're gonna bring up Arsenal. But I mean, like people should stay their
Yeah,
mind. Like Arsenal, I really just can't tell. Like with Chelsea, I can say okay, you know, give up on them. But Arsenal, they're such an enigma. I really don't know which Arsenal's going to turn up. You think with the two home games they were gonna do well, but we'll have to see. So as I mentioned, I did mention earlier that Aguero was my question mark. Why so many people bring him in? And then the obvious answers for Son and for Mane. Mane is actually 4 in 4. So as much as people will be Salah, I think they shouldn't underestimate the fact that Mane is gonna give you, you're gonna be spending much less. And this week, so many people, their backside's gonna go like this because you're gonna have 6 players all playing in the same game.
true. Very true.
And then one more mention here, I just wanted to say, Richarlison, dump. He's showing basically the exact same form as what he had with Watford. It comes to this part of the season, he's just giving you absolutely nothing. So for me, a lot of the top 10 players in the whole of the FPL, they all had him. And I'm like, wow, what do they know that I don't? But now they're clearly like, in one fell swoop, all of them got rid of him. Yeah. So anyway, let's move on to the captain picks for 27. All right. So I checked some of the top here. We've obviously mentioned a couple of them. So Suj, talk me through this, starting with Salah.
You're starting with Salah. Okay, well, look, Salah. Well, like you said, it could be Salah or Mane in this thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Salah got the stats to back him up for the last couple of games in the league that he's scoring. I would think that this game week with City and them not playing, very few would put them on the bench. They'll want to trade them out like their Sanes and their Sterling, so they'll probably go Mane, Salah. So either one of those two, I would captain. And I know it's against United, but I mean, United can concede just like anybody else. I mean, Liverpool are a team of attacking players who will score against anyone.
Yeah. But do you not think this was maybe the week, considering that Salah, your banker, he's playing a strong team. I mean, as much as United like they don't look overly brilliant, but I think our defending has actually improved quite a bit in this last few games. With the pressing game we played against Chelsea, I mean, we might very well do that to Liverpool because Liverpool also like to play the ball out from the back. You know what I mean? So to me, in terms of points, like I don't know if I can see Salah scoring big points there. So this is the week to kind of consider the Vardis and the Sons and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, look, I based it on the fact that his most recent game against the top 6 side, he scored and assisted, which was against Arsenal. So he has the ability to do it. I just put it in because normally I ignore these big games, but I don't know. It seems like I just got a feeling if Liverpool can win this game, this would probably cement it for the season for them to win this whole thing.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
look,
when,
we'll go over that game a little. We'll go over that match a little bit later. Let's move on to the. So, what do you want to talk about next?
well, since we're talking about that game, we might as well talk about Pogba. Last week you were completely right. Instead of having Rashford wouldn't start, as you were at Pogba who scored and stuff.
Yes, I finally got one thing right.
Yeah, I mean, 8 league goals in 9 games. You can't look past that. I mean, if there's ever goals coming from United, it's going to come from him, and he
Yeah,
has penalty duties.
and check this. Compared to Salah, 26, 26 goals. 26 shots. That's more. That's the most out of all of these guys. And on target, he's got 12.
At like almost 4 million less or 5 million less.
Yeah, Pogba is like he's a completely different player. When I
Yeah,
heard Gary Neville say like a month or two back, before Mourinho was kicked out, booted out, he was saying, "No, if fans are gonna see, you think you're gonna see a different Pogba when Mourinho leaves? It's not gonna happen." I'm like, "Oh, Gary, I usually trust your word, but not this time." He's completely wrong. That team has completely changed, and now they're
yeah,
completely fantasy relevant, and the best kind of fantasy relevant. You only have to focus on two players.
exactly. I mean, no
Yeah,
midfielder scored more goals than Pogba since Solskjaer took over. So,
yeah,
dude,
exactly. And you can, and
there's
clearly
goals coming.
no more shots than him either.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, and then moving on to
Let's
my
go
boy
to Son.
Son.
Yeah,
I
let's
really
go.
like Son. I would even punt for him to be your captain for the week.
Yeah, I mean, this was on overform. When he came back from that Asian Cup, I brought him in straight away, and he's been giving me goals and points ever since.
Yeah,
Look,
I've
the
jumped on
only
now.
the only problem maybe is if Kane does actually start, they're going to push Son out wide. But I mean, so yeah, his movement, his passing, he's running into space. I mean, that's what can score goals from anywhere.
Yeah, and the fact that he's doing double points all, he's not like getting one young goal and that's it.
Exactly. Fourth highest points per match. Wow.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. 6.6. Wow. Really? Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, to me, like again, this is the week to do that differential. I mean,
Yeah.
it's go for
Is
so. I would really say go for Son. Who they actually playing?
They're playing Watford.
Ooh, Watford.
Oh, wait, sorry, Burnley.
Watford is a bit
No,
of
no,
a
no,
big.
no. Sorry, they're playing Burnley.
Oh, they're actually playing Burnley. Okay, away from home.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, okay. The Spurs are not 100% away from home. And
Yeah.
they have to score their points now because the next two matches are against Chelsea and Arsenal. Mm, mm.
They're not going to
That's fourth spot for us.
They'll cement third with that if they can win.
That's fourth spot for United. Delicious. I love it.
Hey,
So I have
you know
no
what?
reason not to support Son.
Listen, I don't know what you're celebrating. We're basically being like Arsenal now. Yeah, we made Champions League in fourth. Woo!
Hey, baby steps, baby steps. Okay, so Aubameyang, yeah, look, I would have punted him, but the fact that he missed the last game through illness, then he played the 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
Lacazette, I think did he come on for the fact that Lacazette got sent off
Yeah, I got a rate.
for his violent conduct?
Yeah, but that's his first
Lacazette would
red
have
card
been
of his
someone.
career.
Sorry, repeat that.
That's the first red card of his career.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, he's actually someone to also consider. But it just like to me, Aubameyang is the only one you can really rely on, and he is a flat track bully. So
Yeah,
he's the
look,
one to. He's
I,
the one. If you had to pick someone from the Arsenal team, like I would actually, what I did was I actually swapped out and I brought him in for Aguero.
okay.
Yeah, to cover him for this week, and then I can swap him back with Aguero next week.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, his stats, they're not 100% right now because of he missed that game. But I
Yeah.
mean, I think he just needs to, he needs to get back on the scoring track anyway.
Look,
But I think he'll be most people's pick.
Arsenal's home fixtures home results are pretty good. I mean, they're unbeaten at home since game week 3, and they won the last 6. So
Okay.
it's just purely based on home form. I mean, they're the third highest home scorers with 28, and Aubameyang got 6 of those with 4 assists.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. No, so then, yeah, like I said, if they stick to their first 11, I think Aubameyang will do well. But if they play anything like they did in the Europa, oh my word, no, they never give up.
Now,
Yeah.
for like you said, I basically took all that of Aubameyang and just basically put in. He's the fifth highest scoring FPL striker, and he's got 4 goals in his last 6 games.
Yeah, he's actually he's got just one more points than Aguero, so maybe he can use this game to
Yeah.
build up a bit of a lead.
But the only concern is that I think Southampton are the real form team from all the minnows at the moment.
We can maybe look at the. I wonder what the form table looks like.
Yeah, you
The
can check
Premier
that
League
out.
form table.
They quietly picking up points and going up the table. If you look at their form guide, I'm sure they're near the top. They should be in the top 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I would have said United were in the top of the form table, but who knows?
They probably are. I think it's them, then it's Liverpool, then it's
Oh yeah,
Southampton.
this is not how it should be done. How do you do this? But yeah, I mean, if we look at Southampton, you can see. Oh, they lost their previous game to
But
Cardiff, but they have been picking up points.
that's
Like they
because
jumped straight
Cardiff
off the
were
table.
playing for that Argentinian Oki that died and all that, so it was like a very emotional game and blah blah blah. But Southampton, I think, were doing pretty well.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to mention. I don't know why this slipped my mind. I think people should also consider if they're looking for some other players. They must also look at a bit at Crystal Palace because Zaha's back on the scoring track again. He's got like 2 in the last 3, so he's a nice differential to also bring into your team. But yeah, let's move on to game week 28, right? So I didn't quite put together the exact captains. I just thought since we've spoken about the others already, let's just bring the rest of the differentials in. So we've obviously put down Jimenez, Rashford, Mane, and Aguero. Was there anyone else you wanted to add to that?
Well, your
28.
United Pogba could be Rashford. Your City Aguero could be Sterling and Sane.
Yes.
This is basically those 4 teams have the greatest of fixtures against their players, which is Wolves, United, Liverpool, and City.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I would actually say for this game week, like you must seriously consider Jimenez because he's another one who does score. Like he gets a goal and an assist, and they're playing Huddersfield right in the next game. So I mean, that is a thick pointer, not 6-pointer, a thick pointer.
Yeah, look, it depends on what happens this weekend. Obviously, maybe like if Liverpool lose and City got that game in hand and equal points, then maybe they'll put a weekend team against West Ham. But if Liverpool win, then they'll put a full team against West Ham. But we have to obviously get teams that got something to play for, and I think Wolves got the most to play for from those 4. Wolves and United. But I mean, United is involved in Champions League, so they might be a bit fatigued. Wolves, however, they're a good, and they're playing United in the FA Cup, by the way. So they're playing.
That's not going to be easy game.
Yeah, so they're playing Huddersfield, and I'd smug to punt on them because I'm sure they're going for Europa.
Yeah, shit. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. They do really well, and that's why I said like I would definitely must consider Jimenez.
Yeah.
And then out of the others, we've already mentioned Rashford. Mane, I've already mentioned. He's 4-4. I think he's actually our biggest threat because I find that Salah, though, the few times he's played against us, he hasn't actually really done anything. We've effectively kept him out of the game. We did lose that last game, but I mean, I don't think he's like doesn't do too well against us. So for me, Mane would be the real threat to watch out for.
Yeah. I agree.
And then obviously, lastly, Aguero. Is there really anything to say? I think pretty much everyone will just captain him as soon as he's back. Mega form, 2 hat-tricks in 3 games.
Yeah.
But if you actually look at the City, I mean, City are doing brilliantly, right? But really, only Sterling and Aguero are reliable there. The rest, like Sane, Sane played now in the Champions League, he scored that goal, but he's been looking lethargic a little, and he's not actually getting all the games. So I don't know if I would trust Sane. That's why a lot of people have actually jumped.
They got De Bruyne there. There's still Bernardo Silva, Chippy. There's David Silva.
Yeah, but in terms of the point scoring,
they are getting points.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I mean, I'm just saying, like, they saw most of the guys are quite expensive. So I mean, if you're gonna take Aguero, you'd go with Aguero, Sterling, maybe combination, and then leave the rest. Yeah, maybe. And then obviously you might want to take a defender from there because their fixtures are also pretty decent for the rest of the season.
Yeah, you have to have Liverpool and then City owns right till the end now. There's no There's no
Yeah, there's no really they don't have any really difficult games coming up pretty soon.
perspective. They're fighting for the title. They're gonna go out to try and win every single game.
Yeah.
So you might.
Although I forgot to. Oh, here's another thing I forgot to mention, that we must also watch out for Game Week 31. Can you see there's a skip there? Is that due to FA Cup now?
Well, if you go to those fixtures and go to Gameweek 31, you'll see that there are only like 6 fixtures there.
Okay, so people must just be careful when you're picking your teams. You know, just
Well, yeah, look at that.
pay attention to it. Whoops, I went right past. Jeez.
5 fixtures. You see,
Oh,
Liverpool play there. That's why you want to keep your 3 Liverpool players, because they have fixtures all the time thanks to their exit from the FA Cup.
oh, because but I don't see them on this fixture list here though.
What do you mean?
Oh no, there we go. Sorry, I'm blind. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, no. And if you were picking your 3 players from Liverpool, obviously Salah, and then who would be the others? Robertson
And Mane.
and Mane. Yeah, not Firmino. Yeah, Firmino's gone off the boil a little.
For his price range, he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, that's it for this week. Catch us next week. Actually, before I go, I'm actually gonna put it out there. Since it's such a big game, I would actually want to do something. I've got a 100 Rand Takealot Voucher to give away. And so if the guys are watching this and they sat all the way till the end, I want people in the comments to say who's going to score in that United Liverpool game. Because not who's gonna win. We know who's gonna win. What I want to know is who's actually gonna score the most points FPL wise out of those players. Because it means like six of your players are gonna be in that game. And then the one who predicts who gets the closest, will award it to them. So it's free for you too, so you can take a chance if you want as well.
Don't you see the cogs turning? Yeah, I'm calculating everything.
Yeah. Otherwise, guys, if you like what we're doing here, please like and subscribe, and you can leave comments and suggestions. We definitely want to improve the show as much as we can. Obviously, a bit of a longer episode this week because we're covering 2 game weeks, but hopefully by the following week we'll be somewhat back to normal. All right.
No.
Cheers.